Hello guys, how are you doing? My name is Winfred. Welcome to my channel this Friday. I'm hoping that you're all well and have had a pleasant week. Today the topic of discussion is one that can't be taken light. I have just been watching over social media many videos, and this one also, raised up a curiosity in me to dig up and really make videos about raising kings in a broken world. That is our topic of discussion for this Friday. Raising kings in a broken world. How to raise strong boys in a time of confusion. I mean, the times that we are in are something else. How do we raise our boys to be strong in a world that is filled with confusion? So let me ask you one thing. Why are so many young men angry, confused, and fatherless in spirit when their fathers are actually alive? Why is it the case? That's the thing that I want us to discuss about. And if it resonates to you, you can drop in the comment section. Let me know what you think, if you've got answers to this. Because I see so many young people that seem spiritually fatherless when actually they have physical dads. And that is something we are going to discover together. Why are we raising boys but not kings? That is another thing. I use the word kings because kings defines who really a man should be. We are raising sons in a broken world, a world that tells them, don't cry, men should be strong, don't feel, be tough, get money, don't trust women, don't commit. These are the words that are going on. I've seen several videos on social media platforms, and many of them are advocating for why men should stay away from women. Many men are saying that they shouldn't commit, they shouldn't trust women, that they should go get money, that they should be tough, they shouldn't feel, and men don't cry. I don't know where that came from, but I think it's not fair. If a person grows up that way, they don't grow up holistic, but sided. I'll give an example. I remember when my father-in-law passed. Oh, my husband is a strong man, guys. My husband is strong. Actually, it wasn't the father-in-law, it was my mother-in-law. When she passed, everyone else would expect my husband to be strong. And actually, he showed up. He showed up very strong. I mean, the people who saw him here saw a strong man, because after he had dealt with it, away from everyone, then he showed up. I remember him coming. I mean, twice I've seen him break down, and he wept. When I use words wept, wept is not crying. No. It's breaking down and weeping. But that was away from everyone else. I mean, he told me and he just broke down. But that did not make him less of a man, because he mourned for his mother's passing. Now, there's a way we are grooming men to not express their feelings, to not be themselves, but be a shell of what a man should be, which in the end produces a man that is not balanced. And then we have all these questions. Why are men, emotionless? You're telling them men don't cry, men don't feel, be tough, make money. So that is what we are growing. At the end of the day, it's what we are brewing, and it's what we will get, men without feelings. I saw my man that way, and my heart really reached out to him for that, because he was real. And then after that, he went and met his siblings and the rest of the family, and he was strong. Another time that I saw him do that, I'll tell you as the video goes. But it does not make him less than. He was able to let it out. That way he was stronger for those that were counting on him to be strong, And there is no shame in crying over your mother or your father or anyone that you love when they pass. Or when you're experiencing sad moments. There's no really any bad thing about it. But we are raising kings in a broken world. A world where all these things are dictated that they shouldn't be, when actually it's okay to have them. And when we want, and then after that, we wonder why marriages are failing, why relationships are toxic, why leadership is weak. Today we are talking about something powerful, and that is raising kings in a broken world. I hope someone is tuning in and listening. And if you know it could bless any man out there that let them tune in and share the link with them, because it's okay if we discover together and raise up a generation of people who are holistic, of kings in a broken world. How do we raise kings in a broken world? If anyone knows, you would let me know. Not prince, not boys, not egos, but how do we raise up kings in a broken world? Stay with me on this one, guys. You will find it blessing. Section 1 that I entitled, What is a King? Yeah, we are going to be discovering together what is a king. A king is not a man with money. You need to find it out. A king is not a man with money. A king is not a man with muscles. Because the reason I'm saying that is you're going to find out our Kabaka. Those of you who are in Buganda, the kings that you know. I come from Uganda, and we've got the Kabaka king, and then we've got the Toro king. You'll find out they don't have the biggest muscles. They don't have money, as in you see them with lots of money. No. A king is not a man with followers on social media. No, guys. We've got it all twisted. A king is a man with character. Yeah, a king is a man with character. And we wonder why our relationships are toxic. We wonder why our leadership is weak. Today we are talking about something, like I said, that is powerful. How we raise kings in a broken world. Not princes, not boys, not egos, but kings. So I wanted you to stay with me on this one so that we can discover together. I was saying, what is a king? A king is not a man with money. I have to say this again. It's not a man with money, because then you would be seeing the kings that we have, say like where I come from in Uganda, the king of Toro, walking around with bags of money. No, a king is not a man with muscles. No, because then our kings would be the most blessed with muscles. No, a king is not a man with followers on social medias. No. A king is a man with character. We need to raise our boys to be boys or men with character. And we need to raise them up with discipline, where they have discipline, emotional strength. When I say emotional strength, that is when we are in touch with our feelings, and responsibility, vision. Look at Proverbs. Like this channel is about digesting the Bible. So every once in a while, I'm going to be dropping in a scripture just to back me up. And you know that what we are talking about has been in the Bible as well, mentioned. In Proverbs 27, it says, the righteous man walks in his integrity. Blessed are his children after him. So that means integrity makes a king. Yeah, it makes a king, not status. We always look at our status. Oh my goodness, my status is looking up. No, not status. The world is broken because we have men who are never taught integrity. You're not a man after your own word. You just lie and, get away with it. So we are raising people to get away, with whatever wrongs that they are doing. Because if I'm going to start off by hiding my feelings that way I feel, I'll tell you something. In this video, I'm going to get a bit personal, and I'll share a bit of my stories. My boy, when he was taking out his first tooth, it became a clan business. By clan meaning the whole house was involved. We all came in to try and hold him down, to shake, and he was screaming. Boy is strong. He took all of us down by us getting that tooth out until he was ready and discovered for himself that it can actually come out. Then he became the master in taking them out, to the point that I started telling him, stop taking out those teeth. Some of them should remain in there, because then he discovered, other than I'm bringing him up as an example so we relate. Now, before we were fighting him to take out the tooth, But then when he realized the more teeth he gets out, the more money he gets, guess what he did? He started pulling them out one by one, to the point I thought that maybe he's picking them up at school or somewhere in the road and bringing and showing me that this came out, because it became his skill, just pulling them out just like that. But the moment he discovered that he could do it himself and it actually benefits him, he would get money and he would get a nice dental structure at the end of the day. So he started doing it himself. So we raise kings, not in a world that is confused. Now that he discovered, he's like, Mommy, over Christmas, we have a tradition where you collect money through the year and then buy presents for your siblings. Now, and the whole family. So you have to raise money. How do you raise it? By taking out your teeth. That is the easiest way, because once you take out, then you would get some money, not the rat. Your dad would give you and I would give you, and you would collect. And in case you showed anyone else and they are gracious, they would give you and you add to your pile. Now, one time he told me, can you give me a punch? And if these ones can fall out, then I would get the money and add to my bank account, so as to get enough money to pay for my presents. And I told him, no, that's not how they do it. Punches don't qualify you for money. It is supposed to be in the fullness of time. When your tooth is shaking, it shakes and comes out. Then you get rewarded for that. So we need to, how do we raise kings in a world that is, confused? Our men need to be taught, our boys need to be taught of integrity, where they are people of their word, where they stand for what they say. Let's be honest, we are raising boys in a time of social media comparison. That is something that is sticking out for everyone to see. Absent fathers. We are raising boys in a world where there is broken marriages, where there is financial pressure, where there is confused gender identity. Guys, I don't even want to go there. That conversation, instant gratification culture. When I say instant gratification culture, there is that, you want you want to feel high. You go, there is meth, there is this, and all these other things to give you some instant pleasure. And in a world where there is all that, a 10-year-old boy has seen more than a 30-year-old in 20 years ago. I mean, a 10-year-old has seen more than what a 30-year-old saw 20 years ago. Why? Because social media is putting it all out there. Before, we could get away by telling our kids, you don't know how good you have it, by what we are offering them. But now social media is parading people going on cruises, holidays, and kids are now not satisfied anymore. They are like, but I see people buying these clothes. I used to tell my kids, those ones are not yet out. We don't have them in Uganda. And now there are people in Uganda showing all these videos. Now I have no escape. I have to just be like, well, we won't get it, and break it, to them just like that. But social media has done so much in raising our kids as well. Boys are being mentored by TikTok. I don't know about you guys, but people are on TikTok from morning to evening. In every break, some places they even take off Wi-Fi, or they put passwords so that people are off TikTok on social media, because some boys are being mentored by TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, or by music, what you see in the music videos, and so it's what you want to become. You find your boy growing up wearing pants all the way almost up to the last cheek of the bum, because they saw it in a music video and someone was doing it, and they think that is what is trending, that is what is good. Yet we need to raise kings in a world that is confused. You can imagine. And when a boy is not intentionally shaped, you need to note this, guys, he will accidentally be broken. When he's not intentionally raised or shaped, he will accidentally be broken. Why do I say that? There's a time when my kids came from school. I remember my very first born and second born came from school after the teacher had given them a sex education lesson. And they had all these questions and they were arguing with the teacher. And that was primary one. And that was more than I could take because my kids start early. By 5, they're in P1. So one of them was in P1 and another one was about 3. No, 4. I think 3. Yeah, 3. 3 and 5, they had come to pick them from school and they had all these questions about what their teacher had told them. So there's a lot that is teaching our children on what is right, what is wrong, what is and what is not. So if we don't get involved and raise for ourselves kings, guys, we are in for a big surprise and a world that is messed up at the end of the day. And I'll say it again, that when a boy is not intentionally shaped, he will accidentally be broken because they will land into the wrong group that will feed them on the wrong information and they will take it as is when parents are at home seated or in the offices, counting those checks. We need to wake up and shine our eyes like the Nigerians say, shine your eyes. Oh, you need to shine your eyes in this day, guys. Otherwise, we are injecting our money in our kids that at the end will be a big loss waiting to happen. Now, segment 2 or segment 3 is raising a king starts with identity. I wrote a few notes so that I cannot skip anything. Before discipline, before money, before success, you must teach them who he is. Your child needs to know who they are. I used to tell my boy, and when these guys would do things to him, and I'd be like, don't you know he's very important? This boy is going to be a president in the making, in the future, and you would see how it would shock him out of whatever he was doing. Because then I'm trying to show him another world, another side of him that he should be, in a motivational way. Before we tell them about their discipline, before we tell them about money, before we discuss with them success, you must teach them who they are, who they stand for. I like my father-in-law, he's late now. But he used to tell us, you represent the family. We need to maintain some sort of class. He would say that over and over especially when we don't go somewhere and he says, you need to represent. We need to present, we need to show up with class. And he would say that over and over. I don't know what in his head that meant. Bless him and give him eternal rest. But he was that kind of person who always stirred you up into knowing who you are standing for, who you are representing. And he would tell me, I have to be on my husband's case all the time so that he doesn't miss or events he needs to represent. And that is because he's Abu Kenya. That's what he used to say. Now we need to also tell our kids who they are. If you don't tell him who he is, the streets will do that for you guys. If you don't define him, pain will. Because if you don't tell him, we don't do that in this house. I remember the other day my girls were telling their brother, you know what, you don't wear your pants. He had put them and I don't know whether he had just watched a YouTube video and his pants were sagging low and they were saying, they all gathered around him, we don't do this in this house. No, do you ever see daddy dressed like that? And they were forcing him to pull them up. Otherwise, they were going to do it themselves. They know who they stand for. There are certain things. And another one is my oldest daughter. She said, Mommy, there are some people who can't be my friends at school. And I'm like, why? Because, Mommy, they carry a different vibe. They are too loud. And I'm like, why? Because in this house, for us, we don't raise voices. We are good with small crowds and we are good with quiet environment. We are not loud people. Now, you see how she's defined who she is? You would not catch her among those screaming on top of their voices or loud people because she's grown up in a setting where the father doesn't go that way, neither does the mom. So what are we teaching our children? If we're raising them to be kings, then we need to tell them who they really are. Otherwise, the streets will do that for us. If you don't define him, I said pain will do that for you. A king must know, I'm responsible. If you raise them up as kings, they should know they are responsible. Because a king doesn't wake up to do whatever they wish to do. A king, if you look at the people in England, they don't even just go to public places. You can't find them at McDonald's, buying chicken. No. They know they are kings. They are representing the country. So unless they are representing it right or dressed for the part, they don't go out lest they are misrepresenting their country. So a king should know I'm responsible. A king must protect. He knows I'm supposed to protect. So they grow up protecting the ones they love or the things that they are blessed with. And they need to know as well that a king serves. A king does not live for himself, but he serves his people. A king leads with love. So our children, if we raise them as boys and teach them that the king must love, a king cares about his people. So if we raise them as kings, they will grow up knowing they should love really good. A king should also be raised to know that they shouldn't dominate, but also feel powerful. Even when I don't dominate, to feel powerful. You don't have to be the leader to be powerful, because kings delegate and get things done. Even David, before he wore a crown, our boys need to know that even David, before he wore a crown, he was a shepherd. And if we skip that bit and we go straight to the crowning, then there's a step we've missed, and our boys are going to grow up with the holes, because there are some areas that are not addressed. So you teach them. Because David was a shepherd, he had something he was doing while the crown came after. So our boys should be raised up to know that whatever goals or dreams they have, they will come, but they have to find them doing something. My boy dreams to be a soccer star. My goodness. He dreams of football, sleeps football. Give him anything, he would turn into a ball and kick it. You would find him in the corridor, kicking socks, kicking bottles, If he's to watch anything on TV, it's football, because that is his dream. But he also has to know. There's a time he was telling me, I don't want to go to school. Why do I even have to go to school if I'm going to be a star? I said, well, stars need also to be educated. Otherwise, they'll rob you in broad daylight. And so he got that, and now he's okay with his books. So even David was a shepherd before the crown. He learned responsibility before royalty. That's the order. We need to know and train our boys that whatever their dreams are, they should find them doing something. You want to be a husband to someone, you have to start off by, being responsible yourself so that you can be responsible for someone else. Now, the segment 4 that I wanted to talk about is teach emotional strength to our boys, not emotional suppression. We do the reverse when we are raising up boys. I don't know about in Europe, but Africa, we do more of raising boys not to be emotionally expressive or strong, but emotional suppression. We are raised hearing boys don't cry, like if they cried, they are not boys anymore. I will get to that one, because even Jesus himself wept. It did not say Jesus cried. Oh my goodness, he wept. Weeping is, these loud screams and total breakdown. That is weeping. If you can look it up in English, that is what it is. It is the deepest expression of pain. So that means if Jesus did it, and he did not make him less of a savior or a man, it is okay for the men to cry when they are going through something. We need to teach our boys emotional strength, not emotional suppression, where we don't tell them boys don't cry. But you know what that created? When we teach our boys that men don't cry, we are raising men who are not communicators. They don't communicate. Men who explode because they bottle in so much, and at one prick like this, they just explode. Why? Because they've been suppressing it in there. Like the other day, my boy came from school. He thought his siblings had been left at home enjoying the PS5. And so he came in, he said, it's my turn. I told him, no, it's not, dear. Your father was in using the TV. Now you will be the one using. Let your sister do, and then after that you can have your turn. And he said, no, he tried. I mean, he was inconsolable. He was going on about how it was his turn. But he was wrong. And he later went and sat in the sitting room and just stayed there by himself. But later when I told him, go, it's your turn now, he was in there forever. And then I told him, have you realized how your 30 minutes ran out hours ago? But you're still in there. Now, you're still in there. So he learned that it could be someone else's turn as well, not to make a big deal out of the whole not getting his turn. Sorry, guys. We are raising men, if we tell them men don't cry, men who cheat instead of confessing pain. Yeah? We raise men who cheat instead of men who confess their pain. So it is good that we let them let it out. Men who live instead of talk. I know of some people who, my kids tell me that there are boys at their school who make fun and say, well, my dad went to the supermarket to buy milk and never came back. We are raising men who will walk away instead of talking. Even Jesus Christ wept. So let us refer to him because this is a Bible-based channel. Strength is not silence, guys. Just because I kept quiet doesn't mean I'm silent. I'm strong. It is because I'm suppressing so much. That is why I'm quiet. And at the wrong press of the button, I could literally explode. Strength is control. Teach your son it's okay to fail. We need to teach them that it's okay to fail. It's not okay to hurt others because of your feelings. Yeah? I wanted to tell my daughter to check in the kitchen and see if everything is okay, because I don't know what's coming from there, but I hope she'll figure that out. Otherwise, it's okay to hurt. We need to tell our boys that it's not okay to hurt others because of your feelings. That's how you raise a king. Someone who is in touch with themselves, not someone who is out of feelings. They are not in touch with themselves. How can they be in touch with other people? Another segment that I wanted to talk about is segment 5, discipline over popularity. A broken world rewards noise. Kings value discipline. A broken world rewards noise, while kings value discipline. We need to get the difference. A king wakes up early. This is what I would tell, if I'm raising a boy. A king wakes up early. A king keeps his word. This is discipline that we're talking about. If I will get to that anyway. A king finishes what he starts. I don't want to normally help my boy when he's doing things. I mean, he forgets his bottle in another room. I let him look for it until he finds it. Even if he leaves his shoes down there, I leave them there so that he knows that he put them there. He needs to put them back where they were supposed to be in the first place. A king keeps his word. A king finishes what he starts. What is it that you started? Finish it. A king apologizes when he's wrong. So if we are raising our boys to be kings, that is how we should deliver it. You apologize when you're wrong. I tell this to my kids over and over. Where you get sorries from, it can never be depleted. And where please comes from, there is more where one can come. So you can give out sorry, please, thank you, anytime. Because there is more where they come from. They can't run out. And if we raise our boys to apologize as kings when they are wrong, then we are raising up better men. Discipline builds dignity, guys. It does build dignity. Let him learn. Let him work. Let him learn that what he has done is wrong and learn from it. Let him work. I used to have rabbits at my house. We started off with just about 5, and the project grew to 200 and something. We ate rabbits like crazy. During the lockdown, we ate rabbits. But my kids would work in there. You don't work in there, you don't get paid. And guess how much I was paying everyone for the cleaning of a kennel? A kennel, the upper kennel, the lower kennel, 1,000. And my dear, it was messy. And then at one time they had to sit me down and be like, but mommy, we need to have a meeting. Your pay is too low, you need to increase. And I'm like, the project is still the same. The money, if you're willing to work, you work and get the money. Otherwise, I'm not paying extra. And then when they pleased me sometime where they fed them well and put water and did all these other niceties, then I would throw in an extra 1,000. Yeah, we don't pay a lot in this house. You have to earn that a lot, otherwise, that's what it is. Anyway, let him work. So if I gave them in like Christmas time, they want money. If they don't work, they don't get. Clean, wash the car, clean the compound, do things that you normally don't do. Then I would pay you. Make them work, let him fail. I tell my boy, well, you're going to do exams. Like this time round, they were doing beginning of term exams. And I was seeing him playing, watching TV, sleeping. So I said, okay, let him do beginning of term, let him fail, realize he has not been putting enough. Then after that, he will wake himself up, be at his books without anyone telling him. So let our boys fail. We can't be shielding them all the time. Let him fly, Let him fly, let him fix what he broke. That is something that we need to teach them as well. Protection is good. Our protection is dangerous, but overprotection is dangerous. I love my boy. I told him, since you're doing Saturday lessons, you're going to take yourself to school and bring yourself back. I mean, that is scary because of his age and the distance between home, and he had never done it. Well, I told him, you're going to wake up Saturday, grab a taxi, take yourself to school, bring yourself back. And then he said, but now, I don't know, Uganda, how will I tell the taxi man I'm getting? You have to figure it out and bring yourself home. Otherwise, you end up in another village where we can never find you. Boy could not sleep. And when the siblings heard, they were like, no, we have to help him. At least we first go with him to school, then come back and go to our own school, because they are all doing Saturday lessons now. But anyway, I said, overprotection is good, but overprotection is dangerous, because one day you won't be there and the world won't be gentle. That is why we need to let them out there and experience the world for themselves. Now, section 6 is model what you preach. That is key. It brings us in as parents. You cannot raise a king if you are living like chaos. Yeah. I cannot tell him, men, don't move at night, when all I do is come in at midnight. I come in at 3. Sometimes I don't come back home, but I'm telling him, men, do this, I can't. So we need to model what we preach to our boys. Children don't listen to advice. We need to note that one. They watch behavior. If he sees you shouting at the mother, he learns disrespect that way, and automatically he will carry it to his house and scream or shout at his wife or children. If you are shouting at his mother, he's learning disrespect. If he sees you apologizing, he learns humility. So it is good that we do some of these things. We practice what we preach. You apologize, so he learns that a person should be that humble and apologize as well. If he sees you praying, he learns dependency on God. Now, this is where I bring in an example. My husband has a tendency of nighttime. He's got a bed sheet that is really big that he takes with him to the sitting room, wraps around himself and kneels down to pray for some good time. Now, one time we had done laundry and there were clothes in the sitting room. My boy came with one of the bed sheets. We were all seated there except the dad. He came, wrapped himself with a bedsheet. From nowhere, he came from his room, came to the sitting room, wrapped himself with a bedsheet and knelt down. And we were looking at him. And then the sisters were screaming, "What are you doing?" And then he said, "Well, I'm daddy." Now, do you see? He's practicing what he's saying. So when they see you praying, they learn dependency on God. So what are we doing that our children are seeing so that they can learn as well? If we practice what we preach, then we are raising kings in a chaotic world. If he sees you quitting, he learns escape. Raising kings starts with raising yourself. That has to be noted. If he sees you quitting, he learns that you can always escape. What doesn't work, you just abandon. But raising kings starts with raising ourselves. I hope that is noted by someone. And segment 7 is teach him how to love. Yeah, that is key as well. Teach him how to love. Most toxic men were once unloved boys. I hope that someone has noted that one. Most toxic men were once unloved boys. Teach him love is not control. He doesn't have to be in control to love, you know. Love is not fear. You don't have to be afraid to be yourself around the ones you love. If you love them and they love you, you should be free to do what you want to do. Love is not money, because some men, we are in a generation where they think, if I have money, then I can get anyone can love me. Well, teach him that money is not love. Love is not silence. Just because you're silent doesn't mean now you're loving people. In my house, I have this thing where I hug, and so we are huggers. We just hug. Anytime, bring it in, we hug. So my boy, I see him when he's come from school, he wants something, he just really hugs. I don't know whether he knows he's doing it, but he does it. And if it is good, guys, it is good that we teach our boys to hug. So I know around him in his house, he will hug his children. He will hug his wife. He will hug his, whoever is in his life, because we do practice that at home. So let us teach our boys to love. Love is protection. We need to separate that two. Love is not money. Love is not control. Love is not fear, where you come home and people, like there are some families where a father shows up at the door and everyone runs off to their rooms or to the compound or somewhere to hide. Love is not that. Love is not fear. So we need to teach them love is protection. Love is patient. Love is consistency. If we can master this, we can help our boys become kings. Teach him how to treat women. Teach him how to respect boundaries. Teach him how to commit. When we as grown-ups can't stand one relationship, we're always, like I'm at home and I'm the dad and I'm with this woman, my boy sees me with another woman and with another woman, he starts thinking, I guess love is exchanging them like you change your tops or your shirts. So consistency, where you find that good person and you stick with them through thick and thin, because they will change, they will evolve with time. There will be wear and tear. Some things will expand, others will drop, but you still teach him consistency. And teach him how to treat women, teach him how to respect boundaries, and teach him how to commit. If we raise better sons, we won't cry out about bad husbands later. So we need to really take that as a serious thing. If we raise better sons, that we won't have to be crying about bad husbands later. Now, segment 8 is build faith and vision. A king without a vision becomes dangerous. Even Proverbs says it. Right now I'm in Proverbs. Those of you who are following the channel, we are in Proverbs. And it says, where there is no vision, the people perish. That is Proverbs 29:18. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So teach him how to have a vision. Help him dream. Like I said, my boy wants to be a footballer, a football star. I don't know how that would happen in the world as we know it. Because with these Epstein files coming up, it goes to show you that people who have made it up there did not make it on merit. They actually made it because they got themselves into evil, wicked things. Oh my goodness, I wonder, how would a person like Justin Bieber, who has been gifted with a voice to sing, get himself into some wicked stuff just to make it and become a star? He's already got the voice, but the devil has twisted it and told him you cannot make it except you join these people and drink children's blood, eat babies. Goodness, there is so much. These celebrities that we see, I'm actually now afraid for my boy. And I started praying about it. I said, God, please show him this world that is desperately desiring. And I'm seeing him cutting down on playing football in the compound. I'm like, yay, we are getting there. Because I don't want him to get into a world that is twisted. There is this Nigerian man who was approached. He was really gifted in football. And they told him he has to drink blood if he wants to become a star. Remember, he's really gifted. He is good at football. But in order to make it and become the name that you hear, Messi, who and who, you had to do these rituals. And he said, well, to hell with all that. Let me be myself. I won't be playing for those teams. So there's a lot that we see that is pompous, that is up there and is good, but we don't know how they really got it up there. I mean, you hear Madea, you hear Oprah, you're like, these are people who made it. No, they did not. Now they are denying ever knowing Epstein, this man, Bill Gates, all these, think of anyone, Charlie Sheen, who cannot be mentioned in this. People who are gifted. But the things they got themselves into to be in that world where you become a public name is wickedness. So help them dream. Help them dream. Not just about cars or not just about fame, but not just also about soft life, because we all dream of a soft life. Oh, I want to have maids. Oh, I want to be flying in out of the car. Oh, I want to be eating this and the other. Well, not only about food, about cars, about fame, but purpose as well. Ask him, what problems will you solve when you become whatever it is that you're dreaming to be? Who will you help? What kind of man do you want to be as a king? Because kings are builders, not consumers. So as we are raising our boys, we need to take those into considerations. Now the challenge is here. The world is broken. The world is broken, but kings are not born from perfect environments. We need to remember that. Kings are not born from perfect environments. Look at Jesus Christ, our King of Kings. He was born in a manger. The father was a carpenter, so I can guarantee you life wasn't easy. And let's look at David. He was a shepherd's boy. I don't think that shows that he was a rich boy. Planned kid. My kids call them plant kids. David wasn't a planned kid, or, sorry, wasn't those planned kids. He was planned, but he wasn't among those where my kids say, oh, we go to school with planned kids. They come with the money. They order KFC. They do this. For them in their head, those are planned kids because they come with money. How naive they are. But kings, remember guys, are not born from perfect environments. They are forged into difficult ones. Like David was a shepherd, and there he was becoming a king. Jesus was born in a manger to a carpenter, and there he was, the King of Kings. Maybe you are a single mother. Maybe you didn't have a father. But it doesn't remove the fact that you are great. Maybe you didn't have a father. Maybe, you grew up with your own demons to fight. But you can still raise a king, because kings are built by consistency. They are built. They are not born. They are built. with correction. You correct them when they do wrong. Don't raise up boys who you can't even tell whatever you did is wrong and sugarcoat things. Oh, when my boy plays football and is sweaty and smelling all that, I break it down for him. My goodness, you're so cute, but you stink. And when he has washed up and he smells good, I'm all praising, oh my boy, I like your smell. Why? I want that to be a part of, he knows both sides, that when he's not smelling good, I'll put it out for him. And when he smells nice and he has washed, oh my goodness, you are the freshest boy ever. You know, so we need kings, like I said. Kings are built with correction, with conversation, with consistency, with Christ. We need to tell our boys about God because He is the foundation of everything. And with character, we need to also build them with character. And let me say this, if we don't raise kings, we will keep complaining about the kingdom. We will keep complaining about the kingdom, and the kingdom being the world out there where we are. Women are complaining, men are emotionless, men don't care, men do this, men do the other. So today you can decide. We are not raising boys. We are raising future husbands, we are raising fathers, we are raising leaders, we are raising protectors, and we are raising kings, not just boys for boys. We are raising mighty men of God. I hope this video resonates to you and you can share it with someone who has, been wondering about how to do parenting or how to parent. Because this is not just content, guys. This is a legacy that would help someone else in time to come. If we pick it now, it would outlast us, where the generation that comes after us will be a people that don't complain about their men, but flow really well together. I hope you have been blessed, and until next Friday when we do yet another one, guys, you've been a blast. Thank you for watching, and those of you who are dropping by for the very first time, go ahead, hit that subscription button, check in the archives, and if you've enjoyed this kind of content, there is more videos that we've made in the past. Just binge on them and let me know what you think. Bye bye, guys, and take care.